All right, we've got another busy day for crypto airdrops, multiple airdrops to claim and multiple things that you need to do ASAP to make sure you qualify for more airdrops this year. So let's start off with Polyhedra and the ZK token. Now, this one was a bit of a letdown pretty much across the board, except for a small group of people that seem to have gotten solid allocations from this. However, if you were using the Polyhedra ZK bridge or you had one of their Pandra NFTs, you can go to the claim page now and claim your tokens. They had some other things like ZK bridge loyalty points on Galaxy and a couple of other social campaigns. Now, this wallet right here got 10 tokens, and then I have two other wallets that qualified for 10 ZK tokens. So that's 30 in total spread across the board, which is actually super annoying because to claim them, it's on ETH mainnet, and the gas fees for claiming it and then transferring it somewhere else to sell it is going to eat like 90% of the profit. Currently, these tokens are trading for around $3, and it looks like they're live on a bunch of exchanges, not Binance, but OKX, Bybit, Gate, KuCoin, MEXC. So there's quite a few options, as well as the decentralized exchanges as well. So congratulations to anyone that got a solid allocation for this one. Honestly, personally, I was not expecting anything massive, although getting 10 ZK tokens on the Ethereum mainnet is honestly pretty much pointless. Then one other thing I wanted to mention is that I had this $100 bridge airdrop experiment. I made a video on this, and basically I funded a fresh Ethereum wallet and then just bridged around between a bunch of different L2 networks using a bunch of different bridges, and ZK bridge was one of those. However, I only used it, it looks like 3 times, and I believe the cutoff to actually get the minimum allocation in the airdrop was 4 or 5, but either way, I was just short with this bridge airdrop experiment. So unfortunately, this wallet is not going to be claiming its first airdrop. However, I am still optimistic about some of these other ones, and I don't think that ZK Bridge itself was ever going to be huge for this wallet because I barely used it. All right, moving on now. Another airdrop claim that is currently open is the Hydro airdrop for injective stakers. So all you need to do is go to the claim page, connect your wallet, and claim your tokens if you qualified for this one. Me personally, I am not staking the injective token, so I'm not getting anything out of this. Next up, another airdrop that is currently claimable is the PIU token from Pike Finance. So they just opened up claims for a new set of A-tier roles, meaning that if you have any of these roles, S tier or A tier, you can now go claim your tokens, and they're going to be opening up other ones soon. This token at least is claimable on the base L2, so even if you're getting a small amount, it actually makes sense to claim it and then swap it into something else. All right, next up, LogX announced that tomorrow they are actually going to be dropping LogX tokens to people with gems and points. So if you have been trading on LogX, collecting their multiplier NFTs, getting points and gems, and also just generating volume and adding liquidity, it looks like tomorrow the actual LogX token is going to be claimable. All right, next up, Whales Market announced that Swell Pearls, or points for the Swell airdrop, are now tradable. So these pearls are going to be convertible to the Swell token in probably about a month. And if we go over to the Whales Market page, you can see there's not actually that much action right now. There's only actually one offer up for purchase on Whales Market at about 60 cents a point. So I wouldn't necessarily say that this has any sort of predictive power about what the actual price is going to be, just because there's not enough action here to actually see the market dynamics. However, the one good thing about this is that now we can monitor Whales Market and see what the price per point prediction is going to be if there's more action here. And I do think that Swell is going to be a pretty solid airdrop. They've got a massive TVL, over $1 billion. They're primarily a liquid staking token, and they've gotten into the liquid restaking game as well. I personally have been staking with Swell since probably about a year, and I've restaked my Swell ETH with EigenLayer. Next up, Chroma has launched a new set of Galaxy campaign quests that you can complete and to collect NFTs of these little ore things, and it looks like they're going to be convertible into some sort of reward. Now, if you've been following along with the channel, you'll know that we did a bunch of Chroma quests maybe a month or two ago and collected the Chroma Quest Master NFT. Honestly, I was happy with that and was ready for that to be over, but it looks like they've launched a new set of quests, and there's actually quite a lot of them. So the first 4 or 5 are for bridging via a bunch of different bridges, but then there's also a bunch of DeFi apps and games that you have to play. So this is quite an involved set of quests, and each time you complete one, you can mint 5 of these little ore NFTs, which are probably going to be merged into some other master NFT at the end of this, just like they did with their first campaign. Now, I haven't really spoken about Chroma for a while because there hasn't been much action, and this is probably actually a good thing to do because it's now March. You should probably do a couple of transactions at least on the Chroma network each month just to maintain your position. And obviously these NFTs are going to have some sort of relevance to the airdrop. Next up, speaking of annoying campaigns, Linear Park Week 5 is now open. So I'm falling behind. I have not completed Experience the East or the mini game gala section yet. But if you are staying up to date, the next section of this is open. And then there's only one more after that and a few final closing quests. And I will remind everyone though, at the end of this, the final week, there's an opportunity to go back and complete all of the things that you missed from the first several weeks, including the bonus tasks. So if you've fallen behind like me and you've missed some stuff, don't worry, there will be an opportunity to come back and complete them. And I do still think that even if you're starting completely from scratch, doing Linear Park is a good way to get Linear experience points, which will be converted into the Linear token airdrop. All right, next up, another thing I wanted to remind people is that the Jupiter token has only had round 1 of their airdrop, but they are having multiple rounds. And I think that you should be using this application probably at least once a week, if not more often. And the DCA strategy is a great way to use this. It also could be some sort of qualifier or multiplier for future rounds to use these different features that they have on the application. And so with DCA, all you have to do is select what you want to sell, what token you want to buy, and then you can basically dollar cost average into that position or out of a position if you're selling something, and you select how often you want that transaction to go through. So you can do once a week, once a month, and then you select how many orders you want to go for, and then just hit DCA and confirm the transaction in your wallet. I think doing this will be a great way to help you qualify for future rounds of Jupiter because you're going to generate higher transaction volume, and also you'll be using this unique feature of the platform. All right, next up, there's another Galaxy campaign on for Taika. So they keep releasing new quests. A lot of these ones are social things. There is a quiz, and I'll leave the answers to that down below in the description. So if you're farming the Taika airdrop, you might as well go complete this and collect all of these points. All right, next up, I wanted to talk about this quickly. So I just launched a new NFT on Zora, and hear me out here. This is what I'm planning on doing because I've seen a lot of people commenting on Twitter, on YouTube, saying that influencers get more airdrops because of referrals. Now, in the interest of complete transparency, up until this point today, I basically haven't gotten any airdrop at all that relied heavily on referrals. This last EtherFi airdrop, I did get some of my allocation from referrals, but everything else that I've gotten so far has been from grinding myself or allocating my own capital to try and farm airdrops. However, I do recognize that some airdrops are more heavily weighted towards referrals, and I was racking my brain trying to think of what is the most referral heavy airdrop that there is. And honestly, I think it's got to be Grass. So the way that Grass works is basically a referral Ponzi. The more people that you refer, the more points that you get. And then if they refer other people, then you get a percentage of the referrals from your referrals from your referrals. It goes 3 layers down. So you can see my points for Grass right here just going completely parabolic because of this giant referral Ponzi. And at this point, if we go over to rewards and add up all this, you can see that I'm over 9 million points. And by the time this token actually drops, I don't even know what it's going to be. Currently, I'm getting about 350,000 points per day. But in another week or so, that could be 1 million. And so what I thought to do is this. I launched a new Zora NFT collection. The mint is free plus the Zora mint fee, which is 0.000777 ETH. It's about $2.50 depending on when you make the transaction. And what I've decided to do is that I'm going to do a raffle when the Grass airdrop actually goes off. And 15% of my total allocation for that airdrop is going to be raffled off amongst holders of this NFT. Now, it doesn't matter how many you have in your wallet. Each wallet that has one of these NFTs is basically going to get one entry into the raffle. If you have multiple, it won't matter because it's just going to be one entry in the raffle per wallet. And the reason why I'm doing it that way is because it will be basically just a lot easier for me to manage the raffle. So this mint is live for 1 week. I just launched it today. 1 week from now, the Zora mint will be over. At least by minting one of these, it's only going to cost you a couple bucks. It's going to help you qualify for potentially the Zora airdrop, and also it's going to get you an entry into the raffle to win 15% of this grass airdrop, which is obviously largely dependent on referrals. And just so that you get a sense of how big an opportunity this could be, if we go over to Whales Market, we can see that the point prediction, or the price per point prediction, is currently at a floor price of 0.267 cents per point. And if we multiply that by the amount of points that I currently have, that's over 24,000 US dollars. 15% of that is 3,685. But that is today, and as this grass points Ponzi keeps ticking up, obviously that amount is going to go a lot higher. And if the Whales Market prediction is anywhere close to reality, it's possible that the 15% raffle for this Zorb right here, Cove Zorb, is going to be a massive, massive giveaway. Now, I actually haven't yet decided if it's all going to go to one winner or multiple. And if you guys have some input, feel free to comment down below if it should be just one winner takes all, or if I should split that up amongst 3 or 5 wallets. But yeah, this mint is only live for 1 week, so if you want to participate in this raffle and continue farming the Zora airdrop, feel free to do so. And then a couple final things. If you got the EtherFi airdrop, there's a badge that you can claim on DBank. I don't know if this is going to have any relevance to future airdrops, but it's free, so you might as well just go and claim it. And then for IONET, I've previously talked about this on the channel. They now added a new thing to their Galaxy Quest where you need to submit your Solana wallet address. So I highly recommend you do this if you've been collecting these points. And if you haven't, you still have an opportunity to do these tasks, and definitely submit your wallet. For Layer 0 airdrop hunters, if you are holding and staking STG tokens, there's going to be a new vote live on the Stargate DAO in about 10 minutes. So by the time you're watching this, you should be able to go and vote. You might as well go and take your 1 or 2 STG tokens and cast a vote on this. And then lastly, Parcel launched a new tradable market, which is the total USA market, and you can trade it with 20x leverage. Now, as of the time of this recording right now, the actual caps for actually depositing or trading this have been reached, but they will probably be increasing this because I honestly think that this is probably going to be the biggest market on the platform. So this is a great way to farm the last week or 2 of the Parcel airdrop if you want to try and get in. You actually have to be a little bit patient now until they increase the open interest caps on this, and then you should be able to put in a trade. And remember, if you trade on Parcel with leverage, you get that multiplier based on the amount of leverage you used on the points per day for each open position that you have. And with real estate markets, since they move generally quite slowly, there's a lot lower risk of liquidation trading something like the US real estate market on leverage than there is trading something like Bitcoin or Ethereum, where it can change in price 10, 20, 30% in a single day. Of course, watch there be another Black Swan event like 2008, 2009, and I'll have to eat my words on this one. Anyways, that's it for today's video. That was a lot in there. Hopefully you found all this helpful, and good luck to anybody trying to participate in my Grass Points airdrop giveaway. See you later.